known for its educational activities, and it was around the 5th century that we get the first inception of educational activities here. And then it was the Gupta period, which is the classical period of Indian history, where literature, education, art, architecture, everything reached its peak. So this place has its beginning at that time, and thereafter other dynasties also gave patronage to this Mahavihar, and so it blossomed up into an international center of educational repute, where people from China, Korea, Southeast Asian countries, these people came, they studied here. Some of them, like Hyun Sang, he became one of the principal acharyas, that is a person who was actually delivering lectures also. So that took place, and then they took the language back to their respective countries, and then those philosophical ideas and everything they were translating into that their people brethren at the countries itself also. This particular campus that we are standing here is maintained by the Archaeological Survey of India. This complete area is approximately 24 hectares, of which the excavated structures are in the 14-hectare region. So we'll be going through that also, and so I'll show you the before and after. We have a permanent exhibition of archival photographs, which will give you a glimpse of when excavation started at the site and how it proceeded, and when we get into the main courtyard, you'll see how we have maintained it in the present time. And just before I finish here, the site was declared as a World Heritage Site on July 15, 2016. So we'll commence with our journey. From here to there, if you can just glance around. This is the excavation of 19. Here the excavation started from 1915-16 and continued for a long time. This was when India was being governed by the Britishers. So at that time the excavation of this site was started, and before that actually people have been the records of, we know about Nalanda Mahavihar from the writings of Hyun Sang. He wrote a very copious description of his travelogues through the subcontinent, and thereafter Cunningham, Alexander Cunningham, he was the Surveyor General, first Surveyor General of Archaeological Survey of India way back in 1861 we are talking about. He made a very in-depth study about the trying to trace out the places which are mentioned by Hyun Sang based on the distances and all. So he identified this particular area. The village at that time was known as Badgaon. So he identified that this might be the ruins of the Nalanda Mahavihar, which he frequently mentions Hyun Sang. So the credit goes to Cunningham. Hidden here, it is a very, just I would like to say, because you are from the labor, representing the labor department and all, people think digging is same as a normal digging here, but we actually dig with a knife, with brush and everything, so it is a very labor intensive as well as very time taking. It's not just we can employ a machine, because if you employ a machine, everything will be lost in one go. We very patiently we excavate these sites through years, so you can appreciate a different kind of labor being involved in these work. Actually hostels, like today you have university hostels, so this was basically a university of that time. So there are temples there where sacred things are going on, and then there is a line of monasteries. These are viharas, which is known as Bihar, Mahavihara, and it is these where the residential pupils would be staying. I'll take you around to the monastery also so you can understand. So there are 11 monasteries in this series. Patiently you have to do it. We cannot hurry excavation process. It will take as long as it takes, and we go down as long as we do not hit the virgin earth. Virgin earth is understood as where we do not get any cultural remains. So whenever we start excavating from the ground level, we'll continue our digging until we reach the virgin earth level. That actually work to found those sites. It's not just the ASI. We are officers, we supervise, but actual people are they themselves. I see. It's not our credit, it is actually the credit of the local people, your forefathers who have been working on the site, and it is because of them that this site today is a World Heritage Site. We are just custodians, we are not the owners. This cultural history belongs to them, and they are quite passionate about it. What were the cells in which the pupils were staying? As you can see, this is actually one of the cells.
Sorry.
पहले जाने दीजिए।
Sorry.
Courtyard. So this is the open courtyard that I am standing here. All around would be the pillared veranda, right? So these are the bases of the pillars, stone. All that you can see are the stone pillar bases. On top of it would be the stone pillars, and then it will be roofed with tiles or wooden rafters or anything. And then these are the cells. These are the cells where monks would reside. The entry would be from the west. This is the eastern arm. Okay, the entry would be from the west, and exactly opposite the entrance would be the sacred place. This platform that you see, this platform, and beyond it would be the shrine chamber. Every monastery would have a shrine chamber just opposite the main entrance. Okay, entrance would be on the west, east being considered very holy. So eastern would be the sacred chamber where an image of Lord Buddha would be there, as well as whoever is the chief pontiff there at that time, the acharya, the teacher, he would be sitting on that pedestal and he would be giving out the discourse. So each monastery would function as a class also, as a residential purpose also, and you see this is a well. Each one has a well also. Every courtyard would have a well. In some of the courtyard you will find even ovens there. And self-sustainable, and they had a drainage. As you can see, that was the drain, because this is an open courtyard. If at any time water accumulates through rain or for any other purposes, the water would all drain out, and all the monasteries have their drainage on that side only, so it will all common drain out and then it will flow back. So they have a marvelous system of managing everything. Second, that there was a second story. All manage around and be very careful here because we are so I will explain you the layout of this Nalanda Mahavihar. About the excavations. When the excavation started, now they had to start numbering themselves. These structures don't have a name. We didn't get any name. So what happened? First mound that they excavated was this one, this monastery. So this was named as Monastery 1. This is Monastery 1. Then they excavated there. There was a temple remains. So that became temple number 12. The third to be excavated was this big temple. The temple number, that is become temple number 3. We are standing on Monastery 4. The fourth mound to be excavated was this one, and below it is Monastery number 5. Got damaged, the woods may have somehow fallen. So 9 times this monastery was remade again and again, and every time you would see the same plan they tried to follow as far as possible. So there will be a central courtyard. This roof that we see here, this is actually the roof of a granary, because we got actual evidence of charred rice from here. So this suggests that this was a granary. And in addition to a complete structure, you get this big storage jars. These storage jars were where these rice, cereals and everything were mixed. Another aspect which I would like to tell you is how they maintain the site. Because the pupils and even the layout, and this is the main courtyard of the site, as you can see. I may ask about this. Actually what this was since this is a closed area, so this would facilitate the air to flow easily. So ventilation, because at that time everything depended upon air flow. It was not supposed to be closed structure. That is why there is an open courtyard with pillared veranda. So this is an example of the water can easily, wind can easily ventilation. What is the width of this? This will be, it is different in different